Hey there guys, what's going on? Wow, this is a very nice night to be out of my mom's place. I mean, she rents this place and the backyard is huge. I love bringing Zeus out here. Speaking of the devil, there he is. And he likes to spend a little time with Wrigley. Not really. He doesn't get along with him too well. But I wanted to show you guys some cool tricks that I came up with recently. Or not really came up with, but learned from another YouTuber who goes by the name of TA Outdoors or something around those lines. Off. And normally, when you're cutting wood, right, with a saw, go get it. This wood's a little rotten, so it may be cut through a little bit faster, easier. You normally saw it like this, right? You can saw through it that way, but there's another way I learned recently that by putting the saw between your feet, and then if you're using a larger saw, it'll brace against your legs like this. But I've come up with a way to be able to do that while using just a normal or a little folding saw like this. So you can brace it with your feet, and then when you saw through, you got the pressure on your legs here. Try and make sure this stays tight between my feet. I stepped in dog shit. Damn. That doesn't want to stay very well. But the gist is you can use the folding saw braced between your feet to be able to cut through wood. Or another way to do it, I'm going to test this out. If Rick he doesn't grab it from me first, is to back. Nope. Easy processing. I mean, that's also a piece of really dry wood, so it gets processed a little bit faster. I'm going to show you a couple other things while we're out here. And the first thing is I'm going to take this little bag to the fire pit, and in this sense, if you're using tinder in a flint and steel or a Damascus or anything else like that, you may, while attempting to light a fire, knock your tinder everywhere, which can lead to some issues, not getting a fire started. So I'm going to show you what I would do to get a fire started. Leave the bird alone if you're having problems with that. Go ahead and pull this guy off. Let's go ahead and get out. So one of my favorite things to use as fire starter is dryer lint, because it's so fibrous. It's already dry, full of static. Static doesn't make much of a difference, but if you rip it apart quite a bit versus just lighting it straight out, it'll make catching it a lot easier. Just like if you were to scrape up a piece of silver birch bark or river birch bark, you're gonna get out of the birch bark the sap or the wax, which is far more flammable in the sense that it's actually a wax, but this is far more dry and is super useful to actually starting a fire. Now it won't burn as long, especially if you start ripping it up like I am here, but I plan on doing a few loads of laundry when I get home over the next few days, so I'll replace this pretty easily. And plus, it kind of smells like lavender, so even if you wanted something to smell a little nicer, you could even wet it down if you wanted to. It'd be gross, and you can just wash yourself with a little bit. Might get a little itchy from the hairs, but if you have this that is prone to smoking up a lot or going flying, you can set your flint right on top and you're just gonna pull back instead of pushing forward. So instead of doing that, you're gonna pull back with the flint instead. So, and we're good. Back. I'm actually just gonna the rest of this. That ain't going. Other branches you have laying nearby and start pulling fragments of wood. I'm catching my arm on fire here. I'm gonna drop that in there. Alright, so I apologize that the video quality is kind of taking a shit now. It's starting to get darker and my ISO is cranked all the way the fuck up to like 2500. So bear with me on this side of things. Another way, I mean, this is a pretty small hatchet and I've been trying to find ways to use it that are more effective than just incessantly chopping of stuff. And one way I found a really good way to split wood is just back. Thank you. Just to line it up here. I learned this from the TA Outdoors place. So you're gonna line it up straight up and down like this, and you're just gonna tap. Hey, what do you got? You're a good boy. And you're just gonna, and then as it splits, which you can see it has, and it's gone through. Come on. It's gone through there, you can see it. You're not going to twist the hatchet, although you could twist this one, it'd be fine. You're going to twist the wood, just like that. This wood's rotten, so it's not going to burn too well. I'm going to go ahead and toss that on the fire as well. I'm actually just going to split these down a little bit. This is wet as hell, so this isn't going to take, this is rotten as hell. Rotten. Down on top. Move this. Split this through. Gotta be careful not to touch the embers there, because this has already been in the fire for a minute. But I do want to split this down so it can burn a little more thoroughly. There we go. Put that apart here without burning myself here. We got a good base going there. I really wish I can capture this. It's certainly dry enough. I'm just going to try and angle it on here to where it's constantly getting fed, and that might work. Doubtful, but it might. So we'll find out in the next hour or so.